Q96.5 FM, we're at Independence Dam today, and they've got the Summerfest going on, and they've got a car show going on. If there's a car show, we're here.
Amen.
Amen to that. Dick Bonin with me right now. Dick, you're from Defiance?
Right. I've been here since 92.
92, so you're a long-time Bulldog.
Well, yeah, I used to work for Johns Manville and worked 40 years for them around the country.
And what brings you out here on this pretty Sunday afternoon?
Just that, the beautiful cars. The weather's great today, and always enjoy talking to folks like ourselves who own these cars. There's a story with every car.
There is a story with every car. Now, tell me a little of the story of the car that you have. What do you have, first of all?
This is a 1948 Chevy Fleetline, and it's been sitting on the showroom floor for 35 years of its first 35 years in Wilson, North Carolina. The dealer owned it, he loved it, wouldn't sell it for anything. So they finally sold it after he passed away.
Oh my God.
So,
and I noticed it's got 17,000 original miles. That says a lot.
Yes, we had been babied pretty good. Everything's inside is original except the headliner. You know, gravity does to all of us. It drags things down. Yeah. But it's all original everywhere. That's what I love about these old cars.
How did you find this?
Well, I had a 48 Pontiac last year, and I had an accident. Somebody hit me and crushed it and totaled it. So I said to myself, I want a car that's going to turn heads. And with all this chrome, it always did that. So I started looking on the internet. There's a unique car shop in Mankota, Minnesota, and that's where this car was sitting. The owner had traded the car. He's in Houston, Texas, so I found him also after I bought it, and I got all the records all the way back from the first owner on.
That is amazing. Now, again, where was the dealer located that had this originally?
Wilson, North Carolina.
Wilson, North Carolina. Where is Wilson, North Carolina?
It's about 50 miles east of, what's the big town there in North Carolina? Charlotte?
Charlotte? Yep.
About 50 miles. Out in the countryside, just a small-time dealer, but he must have sure loved the old car.
Oh, man, no doubt about that. Well, let's talk about this just a little bit because it's got a number of things on it that you don't see nowadays. You got a little visor coming out from the top over the windshield there to help you with your ability to see.
Yeah, and the sun, that really is good. You don't have too much to worry about, but it creates its own problem. If you're the first person at a stoplight, you can't see the stoplight, so there's a little prism in there. It sits on the dash. You look at that prism, you can see up to where that light, and so you know when it's changed.
You know what? They figured it all out, didn't they?
They had a way. If they couldn't figure it on the engineering, they'd figure it afterwards. This has also got what's known as curb feelers on the other side. And this has got big white wall tires, and I always ask people, would you like to clean them tires for me? Nobody ever wants to do that. I said, that's why they have curb feelers over here. So when you pull up to a curb and you're parking, you hear that when it hits the curb. You stay away from those white sidewalls.
You know, you don't want to muss those sidewalls up a little bit.
It's too much work.
It is. Now tell me a little bit about the engine and the engine compartment on this.
Well, this is a simple six-cylinder, 216 cubic, and it's only got 90 horsepower. It'll get you where you want to go, but you're not going to get there fast.
Now, do you drive it out to the shows?
Oh, yeah. I was in Toledo yesterday, and there were 250 cars up there at that show.
Wow.
And there were some really fancy cars up there. This is a popular favorite, but it's not technical. It's not perfect.
Sure.
There's a lot of work that needs done, and that's one of the fun things about having an old car. Is you get to waste your money on an old car.
Well, you got to waste your money somehow.
That's right. It's fun finding parts. You know, the older the car, the harder the parts are to find.
Oh, sure.
So we're going to do a little work on it this winter, tear the engine apart. It's got a little rattle in there somewhere. We'll take care of it. I got a mechanic who's my brother-in-law. He's an airline mechanic, so he's very technical, so we'll be in good shape.
I was going to ask you whether you were the one wrenching on this.
Oh, no. I'm the money, he's the brains.
You know what? You got to be smart enough to understand the difference between the two, don't you?
Yeah, that's for sure. Tom's a good guy. I really love him. He works hard. He doesn't charge much, but we take care of him some way or another.
Yeah, that's always good. It's always good when it's family, too.
Yeah, I married his sister of 53 years now.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. Why this car? I mean, did you have this as a childhood memory, or why a 48?
Well, I was born 2 years before this car was born. My first car was a 46 Ford. That was the same year as me. And so I've always wanted one. I had it through high school, you know, run it all around. 16-inch tires, carried 4 spares all the time because you couldn't keep a tire on it. I just never had the money when I was young to have them. Of course, retired now from Johns Manville, I've had an opportunity to enjoy this kind of a weekend with folks just like us who enjoy, have pride in their vehicles, take extra special care. They're not making them like this anymore. This one's got a whole lot of chrome on it. Today, it's, you know, stamp them out, push them out, run them out. Yeah. And these cars, it took time, and there was a lot of good effort, loving effort to put these things together. And they're so easy to work on. That's one thing about them. Of course, they're heavy, and they're not going to go fast, yep, and they're not going to make a lot of noise. That's all good as far as I'm concerned.
And you're not going to get 40 miles a gallon, I don't think.
No, I get about 22, I think.
That's not bad.
That's not bad for an old car. But I don't go fast, and we don't go that far. Try not to get out into heavy traffic because they don't give you enough respect. You're only doing 50 miles an hour, and they pass you. Of course, they're flying. Yeah. Everybody's in a hurry to go someplace.
They really are. Well, this looks like a car that's going to be with you as long as you're around.
That's for sure. I love it, and I'm going to keep well care of this every day. You know, we don't take it out in the rain ever. And I'm glad it didn't rain today, or it wouldn't be here at all.
No doubt. Well, that's the kind of guy that you are. Dick, thank you for your time.
Appreciate it.
Wonderful car, beautiful automobile here today, and we really appreciate your stopping and spending a couple of minutes with us and showing it off to us a little bit.
Thank you. I'd love to share.
And the report here from Independence Dam and the car show today is all brought to you by Brian Ford Lincoln, by Wheeling Automotive, the main stops of Northwest Ohio, Culligan Sales and Service of Northwest Ohio, K-Spear Chrysler Dodge and Jeep, and we'll have more here from Independence Dam right here on the Q96.5 FM.